Hi, it's Cammy. Charlie talks football.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Charlie Talks Football. We're back again for another weekend of Premier League fixtures. This is going to be our Game Week 5 predictions and hopefully we can predict some of the games right. So anyway guys, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Get your comments down below. What are your thoughts on our predictions? And get your predictions in the comments as well. And anyway guys, let's get into the video. So the first game is the half-12 kickoff. Wolves are taking on Liverpool. Now Dad, what do you think?
Well, I think Wolves play some really good football, but it's just whether can they get the goals to put the ball in the back of the net at the top end of the pitch. But I think Liverpool, will have too much for them.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a pretty close game, but I'm going to say that Liverpool will probably win 2-0 to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to go for the same. Liverpool to win 2-0. I think Liverpool, like you said, will have too much. Wolves, they've got some decent attacking talents like that. Cunha from Atletico Madrid, he's showing good signs. But whether they can score or not, I personally don't think they're going to score. So I go 2-0 to Liverpool. But anyway, on to the next game now. The next game is Fulham versus Luton. Now, for me, I think this should be an easy win for Fulham, but I think it will end up being close. I'm going to go with Fulham 1, Luton 0.
Fulham 1, Luton 0. I think Fulham will win this game. I think, again, Fulham might struggle to score goals this season, but we'll just have to see. But I'm going to think that Fulham will win this. Maybe he's 1-0 as well, I think. So that's two we've agreed on to start off with.
So the next game is Manchester United versus Brighton. Now, again, I think this is going to be a very, very close game. But I think Manchester United will just edge it with having that home advantage. I'm going to go Man United 3, Brighton 1.
I think this is a really interesting game because obviously there's the issue again with Sancho at Man United. He's training on his own. Ten Hag stamping down his authority there. He's mentioned in his press conference today about that, about being strict with the players. And, Harry Maguire again's getting a lot of stick, which, maybe is a bit harsh on him. But it's going to be a really interesting game because Brighton have the ability to beat Man United. They're a really good team.
The problem is sometimes Brighton, will have a really good game and then they'll go and get beat. So I think this is probably one of the hardest games to predict of this game week. But what are your thoughts there?
I think Brighton have got the chance to get something out of this game. And, Man United will probably win the game. But I'm actually going to go for a draw on this one. So, I think it's going to be...
It could easily happen.
Yeah, I think it's going to be ones each. Man United, everyone would expect them to probably win it, but ones each for me.
So the next game is Tottenham versus Sheffield United. Now, Tottenham, obviously, the new manager's got them playing fantastic football. I think Son scored a hat-trick, so he's doing well as well. But I think this Tottenham will cruise through this game. I'm going to go Tottenham 4, Sheffield United 0.
Yeah, Tottenham had a fantastic start of the season under new manager and Postecoglou, a bit of a mouthful that. He's doing great and the players seem to really like him. They seem to have warmed to him. Son's come out and said how he loves working with him and he's helping him develop to be a better player.
So he's already will.
Yeah, I mean he is, but you can always improve. But I think just there's a real good feel factor about Spurs at the minute.
They've got some very, very good players.
Yeah, and Sheffield United new to the league, they haven't got the players of the ability level. They work hard, they're well organised under Hinkenbottom, but
do you think there's going to be a battering?
I don't know if it'll be a battering, but I think 3-0 to Tottenham for me.
Yeah, okay. So the next game is West Ham versus Manchester City now. For me, again, it is an interesting one. I would expect Manchester City to win, and I'm going to go West Ham 0, Man City 3.
Wow, that's a big score. I mean, I would expect Man City to win this one, just the way they keep the ball. And when you've got Haaland up front, he's going to score goals if he gets chances. West Ham, have done okay. They've got David
James
Moyes.
Ward-Prowse is doing fantastic.
He's doing really well, isn't he? And
Kudos from Ajax.
they're doing really well. They've made some good signings, but I think Man City will have too much for them, and I think it will be 2-0 to Man City.
So the next game is Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. Two teams who are quite similar. You know, Aston Villa, they've got the likes of Diaby, who's been performing fantastically. Crystal Palace, they've still managed to keep a hold of Eze as well, and Guahi. Good, they've got some really good players, but I think Villa will probably edge this. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Villa.
Yeah, I think this is another one that's a tricky one to call. I mean, most people would pick Aston Villa to win, but you know, Eze I've been really impressed with him. Yeah. He looks an absolutely outstanding player, and I'm sure that some of the top four will be looking at him for January, or maybe he's in the summer. He looks really good. Villa obviously lost Mings to that bad injury up at Newcastle. They've got Pau Torres replacing him, ex-Villarreal player, but you know, Villa are playing some really good football, and yes, sometimes they get beat. But on the day, they should have enough to beat Palace. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Villa will win 2-1.
So the next game is Newcastle versus Brentford now. This is going to be a very interesting game. You know, both teams lost as well. Brentford, they're a fantastic team. I've got a lot of respect for Brentford. They play some great football. Obviously, Ivan Toney's still banned till January, so that is still a blow for them. But honestly, I think Newcastle will win. I think, you know, Newcastle will overrun Brentford in the midfield. So I'm going to go 4-1 to 4-1. Newcastle.
Oh, wow. I hope it is that score. I think this is a really tough game for Newcastle. You know, as Charlie said, Tony is not playing for Brentford, but Mbeumo's been in real good form. Visa has for them. Jonathan Franks has them set up really well. A really strong team, really difficult to play against. I think Newcastle should have enough to win this game. It'll be interesting to see if Tonali's fit, or will Longstaff come back into the team. I know Joe Willock's still injured, but I'm going to say that Newcastle win. But I think it'll be quite close, and I think we'll win 2-1.
So the next game is Everton versus Arsenal. Now, as you know, Arsenal, they've got some fantastic players such as Declan Rice. Everton, they've got players, but you know, sometimes they struggle a little bit going forward. You know, they nearly bottled the game against Sheffield United, a 2-2 draw. They won't be too happy with that. So I think this will probably be an easy Arsenal win. I'm going to go for Arsenal 2, Everton 0.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. So it's just been announced today that Moshiri is selling Everton to 7-7 Group, a group based in Miami. So they're going to take over, I think, in Everton. So that'll be interesting to see whether they stick with Sean Dyche.
Might affect the atmosphere.
It might as well. And they've got the new stadium that they're going to build as well on the docks down there. So I think Everton are going to really struggle this season. When I see them, they're just lacking something. And, you know, I like Sean Dyche, but I think they're going to find it really difficult. And Arsenal are going to be up there, probably in the top 3 this season. So I expect Arsenal to win. And I'm going to say 2-0 to Arsenal. So the last game is Bournemouth v Chelsea. Charlie, what do you think for this one?
It's going to be a very interesting game. Chelsea, I don't know what's going on. You know, all the players that they're signing, it hasn't really worked out. Bournemouth have had quite a few injuries, but they do seem to be playing good football under their new manager. Now, I'm not too sure, so I'm going to go to you straight away.
Right.
I'm putting you under, might be putting you under a bit of pressure.
Yeah,
but
again, Bournemouth, you know, I think they've got a lot of ability, but it's have they got that quality? And I think they've got a bit of quality, but obviously Chelsea have got far better players.
Not doing well,
and I know, and they've got the new manager, Areola, and, you know, I keep saying this, I watched them in pre-season and they look really well drilled, but you know, hopefully they'll start to pick up and get some results.
What about Chelsea? What are your thoughts?
Chelsea have got loads of players, and I don't know. I mean, they look really good at times, and other times they're not so good.
A lot of wingers.
Yeah, loads of wingers, and I mean, Pochettino's a really wise manager, so I'm sure he'll come good. But I expect that Chelsea will have enough, too much for them. I think, will Bournemouth score? Possibly. I think it'll be 3-1 to Chelsea.
You know what? I certainly agree with you. 3-1 to Chelsea. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. trying to get 2,000 subscribers, so your help would be appreciated. Leave a like on this video as always. Make sure to get your comments down below, get your predictions down below. Do you think these are good predictions? Do you think we have got these predictions right or wrong? Very excited for tomorrow because the Brentford video will be up on the channel. Can Newcastle get the 3 points? And anyway guys, I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.